and welcome back to the finish line, proudly sponsored by Hollywoodbets, the home of the new Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post doubles, which I will tell you more about in a few minutes. But we are here, we have a competitive weekend of action to look forward to, with action at Kempton, highlighted by the Lanzarote Hurdle, and then we are off to Warwick for that big stay in Handicap Chase, more or less, the Grand National Try. But before we get to this, gents, how's your weekend? Week? I think I'm on total points.
It's busy. Very busy, to be honest.
Surprised you're not an icicle.
I look very grey if you look up closely. I've just been in that unit there now all day long, freezing my balls off.
It's warmer outside than it is inside the unit.
Would you believe that, Tom? It's warmer outside the building than it is inside the building.
Genuinely is. You're going outside to get warmer.
Yeah, I did that in my house yesterday. I went to get coal and it was warmer outside than it was inside. So, yeah, not the best rated or BR rated house that I live in.
It gets into your bones, like.
My toes. It goes straight to the toes.
And like, it has the Alex Ferguson whiskey nose by the end of the day. You know that? Yeah, and it's all red.
Like Rudolph. Right, I just touched on the Cheltenham doubles, the Ante-Post doubles that Hollywoodbets are doing every Saturday now. There's going to be one enhanced double from now until the week before the Cheltenham Festival. So if you want to know more, head over to hollywoodbets.ie or .co.uk. You'll find links in the description first. You will find the Ante-Post doubles coming up every Saturday and every weekend as well. There is the Cheltenham Festival Bank Builder. So this is a chance to build up a free bet of up to €40 for the Cheltenham Festival. All you have to do is place a tenner in the selected races each weekend. If you get the winner of the selected race, you will be credited a €5 account for the Cheltenham Festival for every winner you have. So this is going on every weekend, 2 races every weekend from now up to the Cheltenham Festival. And your account will be credited for the Cheltenham Festival and with your free bets. So head over to Hollywoodbets. You find out all the terms and conditions, and the races will be listed in there as well. So that is the Cheltenham Festival Bank Builder, and the Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post doubles are starting this week. Right, on to business.
I have a request.
I knew you'd have a request the second I said this. Go on.
It was in the comments on Sunday.
Okay.
It's not a bad weekend of racing, but it probably won't take that long to go through.
I know something else. Go on. I'll say something else in a minute.
It probably won't take long to go through on Sunday. But numerous people have asked us to refresh our Ante-Post bets and just talk through.
You done it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Cheltenham's life.
Oh, I have them here. No, I don't. I do have them here. I in the next Ante-Post video, which we'll be recording tonight, these are up to date up to.
No, we'll do this week, and then next week we'll refresh everything.
I have all of them anyway on the spreadsheet, so you're not hiding away from She Wears It Well to win the Champion Hurdle, Dave.
You're carefully selected pick this year, no?
No, didn't put him up for anything this year, no.
No. A few others that are not going to run, though, I'd say, Tom, are they?
Right, for anyone that's void,
Princess Louis probably is the one that's not going to run.
Big one on here.
No, be honest. You told us 3 the other day, so say the other 2 now.
I've got 3 shit ones. Eclat de Rear, that's not going to win. I do think you've got him as well, though, Dave.
No, I put him up as before the season in one of the videos. That's not included. Go on, the third one anyway.
No, I am. You haven't even started. I'm sick of you bitching already.
Go on anyway.
Sneaky. Balco de Flo, he's injured. Unfortunately.
And then there's another one coming today as well.
Oh,
for anyone that's seen our post on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on Twitter, you will gauge from what I said this means war once you watch the Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video, which we're recording after this. Going on what happened on a WhatsApp group, it's worth tuning in for, trust me.
Right, Alan is going to run. He's just shit now.
I touched a nerve today, didn't I, Andrew? You didn't like that.
I'll say no more. I'm not. We'll keep it for the next video. Jeez, no.
Bring on this next video, lads.
Anyway, we are here to talk about a competitive weekend of racing. And we will start with the Lanzarote, which is also Hollywoodbets money back, second DSP favourite race for Saturday. So we have Finian Desterval at 2-1, Dashel Drasher 4s, Eldorado Allen at 4-1, Mr. Fisher 4s, Rue Viv at 92, Master Thomas Tucker at 5-1, and Deffy the Slow at 10s.
Fanian Desterval.
I want to call him Finian. If I want to call him Finian, I'll call him Finian.
Finian's Rainbow.
That's what I got. Fanian Desterval. Look, you're going to pick the good old Dashel Drasher. Come back to win over hurdles, back over fences now. Surely set up to run well. But here's the bus. The ground.
What about it?
It's going to be good. Not good, but it's not going to be what he wants.
Soft at the moment.
He likes the soft stuff, don't he, though?
Sure, who knows?
I'm playing devil's advocate because I'm putting him up as well.
Who knows what the weather does? Last few seasons, Dashel Drasher throws the ties out of the pram first race of the season and goes on a winning spree and runs well after that. I was kind of shocked he won. He has won around Newbury before, but I was a little bit shocked that he won because he definitely prefers going right-handed. He's tough, he's genuine. He's probably not top class like at this trip and maybe like the likes of Allaho, but I think he's better than all these. Mr. Fisher's a dog. Eldorado Allen.
Well done.
I mean, we've had this conversation a few times. I used to like Joe Tizard and Colin Tizard. I would not back any of their horses anymore because they run stink. He again went through a phase there. I think he had no winner in 29 days or something like that. It's just scandalous. Scandalous how bad the stable's gone. Rouge Viv, I can't speak.
When can you?
Viv is another dog.
I need to get a dog button that I press anytime you do that.
Master Tommy Tucker, how could you back that up? Deffy Desai should be retired.
Correct.
I love that horse in his early years, but give it a rest. And Fanian Desterval, I just think he's a top level handicapper. When he gets into graded races, he can't quite put together.
I can't really expand on that. He more or less said what I was going to say. Mr. Fisher, dog, Eldorado Allen, that trainer couldn't train the dog to bark in the yard. Rouge Viv is Rouge Viv. Master Tommy Tucker, his jump is not good enough to keep him competitive races like this. Deffy Desai should be retired. Finian Desterval is a good horse, handicapper at best. He usually doesn't come on. His win last time was good, but against handicappers. As Dave said, he kind of falls short in races like this. Dashel Drasher is a Grade 1 winner in here. He's on the back of a good win over hurdles. Going back around the way he wants. Yes, he has to give away £6 to Fanian Desterval, but I think he has the class. He's in the right foot. He's back in form again, and I think he's just going to win. What about you, Tom?
Stable has been flying as well.
I see the case for Dashel Drasher. Yeah, Dave, you're right. The stable is going well now. They had a bad start to the season, but they're going well. Yeah, I just wanted to take him on away from Ascot. I know he won a Newbury last time before everyone jumps down my throat, but I do think he is better at Ascot. Fanian Desterval is a horse I liked and I put up, and I wouldn't be surprised to go and see him win. I think his run the first day this season in the Old Roan Chase was very good. He stayed on from miles back, and then he went and absolutely dotted up in a handicap off 151. For me, it's between him and Rouge Viv. I'm probably not going to have a bet in this race, to be honest. It is tricky, but if I was going to put two up, it would be Fanian Desterval and Rouge Viv. Rouge Viv is his second run after a wind up. He ran against Nube Negra, Politidog, and put the kettle on last day at Cheltenham. There's none of those type of horses in this race. And I just think if the wind up can work, Paul Nicholls is in very good form, 31% strike rate in the last 14 days. I think 6-1 is a big price about him.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, enough of that race. Moving on to the Lanzarote. I love these races. Lanzarote Handicap Hurdle listed. We have Winter Fog, that's meant to be 5-1. Don't know how 9 got in there. Gino Bello is 5s. Maria's Rock is 6s. Lord 7s. Right place, right time 7s. Up for Parole 7s. Bello at 8s and 8-1 bigger the rest. Tom, big handicap, a lot of value in this. Where are you going?
Yeah, it's a good race. This very interesting. A few unexposed ones. I suppose we'll give Gelino Bello a shout first. He's twice finished behind Blazing Cal now. That's one we know pretty well because we delved into that race a lot. Into both of those races. Interesting to see how he can get on in a handicap of 138. It's one of those, right? You've got completely unexposed horses in this, and ones are improving, and then you've got this more seasoned horses, and it's a case of guessing which one really is going to take this step up into big handicap grade in their stride. Gelino Bello, for me, I think he'll go well. The massively interesting one is Winter Fog, who got punted off the boards there at Leopardstown in the Potemps qualifier. Danny Mullins has been riding really, really well this season, but that was probably not his finest hour. I think he got to the front plenty soon on him. He did travel very well that day, though. That was his first run for Emmett Mullins. So I would not be surprised to see him go on and run well at all. He's got £7 on his Irish mark. I don't think that's excessive for him. I think he's well able to run and be competitive off that mark. So I think he's right to be at the head of the market. Marie's Rock just isn't one for me. There was loads of talk about her after she won her first 3 races and then she bombed out at Newbury. Look, she came back to form last time. She might go and do it again. But she's up to 140, and I think she's one to take on at the top of the market. And the one I landed on, the more experienced horse, is Don Levant of Evan Williams's. He is running some cracking races this season. Isabel Williams gets on really well with him. She's on him again. She takes £5 off. Second at Foss Lass. Before winning the Stayers Handicap Hurdle at Haydock off of 135, ran really well there. That was a very good run. And then ran really well behind Stormy Island in the Red Keel Hurdle at Cheltenham. This is a bit of a step down in grade from that. And I think he'll go well at a big price.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. You're meant to say the bloody horse we said was going to win this.
Art Lord.
You're fucking useless.
Sorry. I didn't know what you were doing. You just wrote me and everything.
No. Your hand's going to be worth millions in a few years. Thanks for your hand. Anyway, we're both on the same page. Earth Lord on the back of 2 good wins last time. Pulled a bit, but still got the job done. Up £6. Stays competitive.
It wasn't the first win. It was I think you put him up actually.
I did.
Or you backed him anyway.
I put him up.
I thought it was very impressive the last day. I think he's an improving handicapper. He could take the step up in grade.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to like about him. His first win of the season came out when Kempton beating Grosvenor Court by 7.5 lengths, doing it with his head in his chest. Last time he stepped up in class to a group Class 3 handicap at Ascot, beating Scarpia by 3/4 length, but I think tell the whole story. He pulled his way around the track for 3/4 of the race. Led 2 out, hit the last, but then ran on again. I think there's a lot of, and there's a big engine underneath there, but he still needs to learn. And if he learns to settle a bit more, I think he could play a huge role in this. I think he's 7-1. I think it's a decent enough price because I think there's a hell of a lot more to come out of him. Just on Winter Fog, I know he's the 18-year-old and he ran really well the last time at Leopardstown. Probably, as Tom said, went too early for the finish. But how much of that and the kind of, I say, bounce factor for running such a big race in a race like that, it's not that long ago. I know Emma Mullins is getting a reputation for getting horses like these and improving no end. That'd be my worry with him. I think Gelino Bello is the one with the form in the book behind Blazing Cal twice at Cheltenham. If he runs to that kind of mark, I think he's going to play a big hand. So I think it's between Earth Lord and Gelino Bello for me in this. Again, Maria's Rock, she's more in and out than the washing. I doubt they're going to run the 2 Mullins horses. I say he'll just run once and keep something for someone else. Chishabello has had more chances than...
He's the other one that I think has an each way chance. Chishabello. And I do want Chelino Bello to run a decent enough race, but I don't think he'll win. But I'd like to see him prank the Blazing Cal for. The thing about Blazing Cal is I think he's just beating him by whoever kind of much he wants. He don't really do a whole lot really in front.
I like the Dons Avant, Daniel. He's one of these horses that never kind of gets the credit he deserves. He's been running good races. He won, I think it was at Newbury, he won it or somewhere like that. I think he's a big price as well. Isabel Williams gets on well with him as well. So look, it's a hugely open competitive race, and look, if you want to take on the favourite, Hollywoodbets and money back second, the SB favourite, so you can have a go with something else. But I think, to me, first off, Earth Lord and probably Gelino Bello to follow him home.
Earth Lord and
Chittabello. Sounds like a Brazilian song. Oh, before we get it, did you see that football today in the Africa Cup of Nations? Blew it up on the 83rd minute. Like, blew up full time at the 83rd minute. Place went mental. Blew it up again at the 89th minute and 46 seconds. And there's been 2 VAR things, a red card, penalty, and substitutions. No injury time or anything. Murder. Teams went out. The team that were up 1-0 came back out, and the other team wouldn't come back out. Oh, mental. Great viewing if anyone didn't see it.
Why did he blow it up?
That's the question.
Tom. No one knows. The ref might have him 1-0 on a certain team to win. Like, all right, lads, that Lou, 83rd minute, off we go.
They're not going to score anyway, so.
Oh, brilliant.
That sounds like a GA match, that does. When it's a draw and there's a replay on the line, wait for the other team to equalise, blow it up straight away after it.
Fantastic. Another 16 million in the kitty. Thank you very much. Right, moving on. Safer gambling handicap chase over 3 miles. Bloody races aren't easy this week. We've Dim Machine. Oh, he did not run yesterday.
No. Yes, but he fell at the first fence.
So Dim Machine is on a retrieval mission at 4-1. Caribbean Boy 92. Kitty's Light at 9-1. Mr. Whitaker is interested in the 5s. Enjoy Daniel at 6. Spearside at 6. Smarty Wild last year's winner 13-2. Strictly a Dancer who was on good form 8-1. Wishing and Hoping at 10s. And 12-1 Bigger than rest. David O'Keefe, take it away.
Look, he has
top
weight. Enjoy Dal. He has top weight, and it kind of turned me off him. But I just was going through the race.
This is hard to turn you off.
Yeah, it is. I was going through the race, and I kept coming back to him.
As you always do.
Yeah. I just think the Irish horse in this is better than the English horse, and Enjoy Dal. I think he's the best bet in this. His form is just rock solid when it comes to running well in big handicaps. So,
what about your mate Big Gordo's horse?
No.
Told you he's not going to win.
No, I'm on speaking to him this week.
You must have watched the podcast last night.
Any week.
Last week, you must have been.
Please ring me, Gordo.
This is a conversation. Imagine that envoy feel like if you could talk. Yeah. Gordo, please ring me.
Please
take me home. I miss you. I miss Sammy. Sam Crow.
Tiger.
Miss Big T. Anyway, Tom, your choice in this one.
Wow. That's a conversation I never thought I'd hear on this show. Please call me.
There's a lot of things you never thought you'd hear on this show.
I can't believe you've deserted your mate here, Dave, because he's the one I select. I think Brayside's got a cracking chance. Ran a blinder in the Paddy Power. Was staying on all the way to the line. I think this will suit him here. That was his first run after 57 days. He'd won a handicap before that. I think he's still relatively unexposed over fences. He ran in some very good races last year as a novice. And he's also and I think he will take a bit of beating here. The one, as you said, Andrew, is interesting, is Mr. Whitaker. I've been waiting for this lad to run in one of these. Since they bought him from Kane, they've been dicking around basically in novice hurdles up the north of England for For what reason, I don't know. But
going to run this thing.
Brayside?
Yeah.
I've no idea.
Do you think he'll run it?
In this?
Yeah.
Dave, you're his mate. You're the one who'll know.
Ring him.
Do you think he?
Ring him.
Do you not think he just entered horses to see what mark they got for Cheltenham?
Ooh, that's an act. Ooh, well played.
He has about
Potentially.
25
That's
horses.
good thinking. Why wouldn't you do that?
He's about 25 horses entered in England over the weekend.
That's Gordon ordinary fool, isn't he? I never thought of
I
that.
think he's 9 entered in the Vertemps qualifier.
I've actually seen the first 6 in the entries are all Gordon horses.
I'll see what he gets.
So you were taunting him. You're a liar.
I
He said, don't back him. I'm only putting him in to see what mark he's at again.
just Gordon's a smart man. He knows what he's doing. I'd be majorly surprised.
That's questionable.
For fuck's sake. Look at that Pretemp's handicap. Jesus Christ.
It's great, isn't it? Gordo horses everywhere.
I think he's 9 of them entered.
9 of them entered. What mark did one of my horses get? I can't remember if I put him up there. Dunboyne.
Big Gordo. Good lad. Anyway, back to the race. I'm kind of swaying towards last year's winner, Smarty Wild, and Mr. Whitaker. Smarty Wild is £1 higher than he was when he won last year. Look, he does make the odd mistake, and he's just after seeing something very interesting. Value is
Dunboyne got £6. He's up to 134 from 128. Yes.
At least he got his value. Anyway, Smarty Wild, £1 higher than last year. Does make the odd mistakes, but this kind of track suits him. Flash galloping. I say galloping track. A flash enough track. Has form around the course, been placed before, and has won this race. Mr. Whitaker has fallen well in the weights. He's in good form. He's a win and 2 seconds, but bookending that. You'd imagine if he has he looks like he has a bit of his old class there. He could be well in, but it's a hard race to pick. It's a very, very competitive race, but I'd have a speculative small each way on both Smarty Wild and Mr. Whitaker. It's not a strong opinion, really, but they're the two I'd go for. Ooh, I hate when I do that and I press the button and it's near the end broadcast line.
Match.
Oh, sorry, I'll start again, will you?
Don't do that.
Right, off to Warwick. We go for the group, Jesus Christ, grade 2. 3 mile novice chase. We have 300-2.5 at 8-13, Croach Rambler at 7-2, Mint Condition 4s, Midnight Round 5s, Dying Breed 8s, and 12-1 bigger. Surely straightforward for 300-2.5, Tom.
Sire de Burnley is entered in that Pretemp's qualifier.
You just do what you want, Tom. You just do what you want. It's okay. Do what you want. Dave, while he's looking up all old yaks that has his heartstrings and all that.
Andrew, 300-5 should win this because Korak Rambler, as far as the entries are, is going to run in the other race, the Classic Chase, because Derek Fox is already dropped up.
And there we go. 8-13. Value.
300-5 should win. But Mint Condition is not a bad horse, so don't discount him.
300-2.5's jumping is horrible. But he still wins. That's the thing.
It's not as bad a race as when you look at it, go, geez, some of these are bad. Like
there's substance to some of the forms. There's a bit of
substance to the race. Midnight River, his jumping's not that great, but he's a good horse as well. Mint Condition's a good horse. So if 300-5 wins this, he probably has a decent enough chance then in the 4 miler.
Yeah, his jumping would worry me a lot. I know there's a lot of ones next to his name, but I think if he goes up against proper decent horses, he will not get away with them mistakes. But in regards to this race, Tom, if you're finished looking at Sire de Yaki and all them Gordo's friends, do you think he'll get the job done easy? He's not finished looking at him. He's really not finished looking at him.
Sire de Burnley is only £1 higher than his Irish mark, right? If he runs, right, and if he gets qualified, then Dunboyne would run in the Pretemp's off of a mark of a weight of 10 stone 2.
Have a good day.
I've been here since 6 a.m.
How's your day going?
6 a.m. 5 to 6. So 5:55.
Oh, yeah, you're missing half the day.
You know, like,
I've been here all day.
It's a split shift.
You're saying like you're here all
Were you
day.
here at 6 a.m.?
No, I was here at 9. And I didn't leave.
It was 9:15.
And I didn't leave till... I haven't left yet.
It was 4:30 and they came back at 5:30. I was here.
I left for an hour. How long did you leave for?
And he's fucking talking about Sire the Barley.
Oh, was he still... He's done?
It's like it's like Groundhog Day. It's last year. And it's the year before last.
I remember that.
For what it's worth, on the race at Warwick, I actually thought Cork Ram.
We moved on. We've moved on. Too late now.
He's not running that race now.
How'd you know? Did your friend Lucinda fucking ring you as well?
Do you want to check the entries there and see what race Derek Fox is jocked up on him?
Because I said that on him, right? But that doesn't mean that's it. Like, you know,
you know what I'll do? I'll put 2 points on with you that he runs in the Classic Chase.
Okay.
I've lost control. I genuinely lost control of the show.
If he was mine, right? I would run him. I would run. What?
He'd be called Sire the Barley. And you know, of all the times you put that horse up in this podcast, he's never won. You got the value though.
Don't start now, will you? For fuck's sake.
If he was mine, he's gone up. He's gone up now another £8 for winning at Cheltenham, right?
Oh.
And he won very well. I'll give him that. But that Classic Chase is another level then again. That Grade 2, with the exception of 300 through 5, who I'm not fully convinced about. I think is a good horse, but I don't think he's going to go and win a Grade 2 again now and then suddenly become a Grade 1 challenger. Look, could be wrong. Been wrong before, apparently. But if I owned him, I'd go and have a swing at that and take him on. But and if he ran there, I'd take a punt on him at 7-2. But if he doesn't run, 300 through 5 should probably win.
Sean never turn off the lights.
Yeah, that's correct. Sure.
He pays the bills. Okay.
Electricity is going up. Insurance going up. It's all going up.
Wages, not so much.
No, wages never go up, do they, Dev?
Not mine, anyway.
So you can give yourself a pay rise, you'll be grand. Anywho, why did I come back up? Moving on to the Leamington Novice Hurdle over 2 mile 5. We've LA Bell, 3-1, Surrey Quest of Trees, Party Business Trees, Gino Bello is going to teleport over here. I'm running at 92. Stycorn, Horn, Jesus, 7-1. This happens to me here all day trying to do these last second. And so on and so forth. Who wants to take this one?
I don't mind.
Go on, take it away then, Dave.
Again, it's kind of an unheralded race, but this actually tends to be a decent enough race every year. Tell me what horse won it a couple of years ago, and then
I can tell you won it last year.
He won the Ballymore. Then he bet a heavy favourite in the Ballymore, and he looked like he's going to be a world beater.
Horse.
No, he's going to be a world beater, and then unfortunately he passed away.
Oh, I know. The fella had to drag you away from a Punchestown.
Yeah, he trained.
Something would not Neon Wolf, not
Willoughby
Court.
Yeah, he bet Neon Wolf. Well done, Andrew.
Thank you.
We're getting better at this stuff.
I jumps all day long. Ask me anything about the flat. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
The Lucinda Russell horse may have well won this race as well. Brindisi Breeze.
He beat Willie Mullins' horse.
Go on, Riley, beating Albert Bartlett.
Boston Bob.
Yeah, well done. What price Boston Bob go off?
2-1.
What price was Brindisi Breeze?
16s.
7-1.
7. Damn it.
Full of fucking useless information from about 10 years ago. Congratulations, Dave.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, thanks.
Mother of God, you like two fucking old ones. Know that, the two of you.
This is a hard race. Very, very difficult to pick out one. But I sided with Party Business. Ian Williams' horse. He was running well the last day that he came down. Looks progressive, but very hard race.
I think the kind of class angle is Ellis Bell. Dan Skelton's horse, she was second. So she played third in the champion bumper and a second behind Arthur Moore's horse. Arthur Moore's, but she was second in the entry bumper. Third on her hurdle debut, then won very well. The next time, last time out, she was kind of disappointing it for all non-sport. Well, not disappointing in the way because she was fourth behind Jambon, beaten 5.5 lengths.
I wouldn't say the way that race was run
suited her at all, because you can go back to her champion bumper run, and she came with a late run. I think that there's enough pace in this for him to set it up for. Staghorn is an interesting one on the back of his flat form, but this could be a step far too soon. But I think Elliot Bell is the class angle, and I think that's the one I will be siding with in this. And she will be getting some of my hard-earned euros.
Very good.
She's not going to run.
What?
Based on Dave's theory, she isn't going to run because Viva La Villa is also trained by Dan Skelton, and Harry Skelton has dropped up on it.
Well, you're probably right, Tom.
No, Bridge is going to ride her.
I wouldn't say that's the case at all.
No.
I wouldn't say they have Bridget up there now as well.
Two V need counseling together.
Tom could be very right, yeah.
No, thanks, Dave.
That
was the most heartless thanks, Dave, I've ever heard in my life.
So I think this is going to cut up.
He's making it about 20
In about 20 minutes, this will all come to fruition. What's going on here? And I'm going to get the coffee. I'm going to sit down, sit back, and enjoy what unfolds. Trust me, it's worth tuning in for. It's going to be brilliant. Oh, fantastic! I can't wait. Do you know what it's like? It's like I feel like I'm getting ready to go watch a Marvel movie. I don't know. I know what's going to happen, but I still can't wait.
It's the complete end of the value debate. Anyway, that's all I know.
There's the tagline for this video. It's totally at the end of the value debate. I just need to write that down. Anyway, continue.
You're welcome, Andrew.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh my days. Anyway, look, I just think if Ellis Bell does run, I think, as you said, Andrew, she brings the best form into this race. Gelino Bello looks like he's going to go elsewhere. If she doesn't run, I think it's going to cut up because, as we say, that's two of the first three in the market could go elsewhere. Surrey Quest has been impressive, but this is a case of, what does he beat? Probably not the best races. But, that said, he's been very impressive. So we'll see what he can do. Party Business is on the back of a 4. Mr. Fred Rogers is Gordon's entry. Be interesting to see if he brings him over. He won last time, was third in the grade 2 behind Ginto. And he actually beat the horse I put up for the Albert Bartlett, Chantreuse, in a maiden hurdle at Punchestown. So if he comes, I'll be very interested in him. It's a no bet race for me, really. If I had to put one up, if Mr. Fred Rogers came over, I'd take a punt on him because I think these are the second level novice hurdlers, to be honest.
True that. Okay.
Did you ever see the video, your man, when he sneezes and then blesses himself in the same video? Did you never see that? You should watch that. That's on YouTube. You just reminded me there when you did it. He sneezes and he goes, bless it, and then he goes, thank you. He's just
I did see it.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
Where are we? Right, on to the classic chase. Over 3 miles, 5 furlongs. I do love these Dane chasing races. One before, likes of one for Arthur, who went on to win the Grand National the same year. We have Jericho Rock in at 4-1. Second last time out, beaten by a horse Tom missed out on. That must kill you.
Tom's definitely putting this thing up because he's hard on for St. Palais.
St. Palais is rated 145 now.
Coach Rambler 11-2. Paddy Drunk now 6s. Commodore at 6s. Last year's winner, not a chance, 15-2. Eclair Surf at 8s. Tom's old friend Achilles at 9s. And 10-1, bigger the rest. Go on, Tom. I think the two of us are going to put them up. Right, before I get this, is money back special, second to the SB favourites with Hollywoodbets. Everything under the description if you want to find out more. But anyway, Tom, go ahead.
Yeah, Jerry Court Rouge or Rock or.
You told me Jericho. You just lied to me.
Jericho Roque.
Jericho Roque, however the hell you say his name anyway. The French horse trained by David Pipe. He went into my notebook after the last day. Himself and St. Palais pulled miles clear at Newbury in a competitive 3 mile 2 handicap chase. Sam Palais was a 4-year-old, then is now a 5-year-old who's massively on the improve. He's winning off 135, then he's now off 145. They put 11 lengths clear of the rest of them. It just went into your head that, the two of those look very well handicapped. The fourth, I think it is, has come out and finished second already. Jericho Roque is gone up £6 for that, but is very unexposed. Has only had 7 runs under rules. So, I think he's got a cracking chance here. The other obvious one to me was Commodore. Venetia Williams is still going very, very well. And this lad bolted up at Cheltenham. Has got hit with a £9 rise. That might not be enough to stop him. And if I was taking 2 against the field, they would definitely be the 2. I love Achille, but I can't see him turning up here 19 days after a grueling Welsh national. So I'll skip him this time.
I do like Commodore.
Yeah, he's cool.
Just cool. Yeah, not to win, but just jumping around the place. It looks unreal. Look, before I get on to you, I'll just echo what Tom says. Jericho Roque last time put 11 lengths clear of the third with an improving horse. I don't think the £6 is going to stop him. I think the step up and trip is going to suit him. I think it's all there for him to go and put in a big performance. And 4-1 is not the biggest price in the world, but I think he's a worthy favourite, and I think he's going to take a hell of a lot of beating. Look, you can't obviously. I can't know what I was going to say. You can't not give a chance to not a chance. That's words got mixed up there because of that.
I can see why that happened.
Last year's winner, he's going to go well again. Achilles, who was second in it, he obviously goes well in these races again. But yeah, Jericho Roque for me all day long. Yeah,
I think Corach Rambler will run here, and I think he's a level above a handicapper. I think he's quite a decent horse. Lucinda Russell has a couple of decent horses this year.
Yeah, he's a fruitcake. I know why you like him. He's a fruitcake.
He does a few things wrong, but the last day at Cheltenham when he won, he could have won by 25 lengths.
Could have.
It was a great ride with Derek Fox. Held him in behind horses until he really needed a challenge, and then he just kind of kidded him along up the running, and that was the end of that. Mm-hmm. So I think there's way more of the time for him. And trip should suit, ground should suit. The favourite worries me. I think he doesn't get his head in front more and as much as he should. I thought he would beat St. Palais the last day, especially after the race before that when he was second in Chepstow, I think. So, Corach Rambler for me.
Yeah, I think St. Palais I actually thought he would beat St. Palais as well through the race the last day, but I thought St. Palais just pulled out a little bit more. But your man just kept going. I thought the two of them looked well ahead of their marks anyway. So.
I think if the top 3, as in Jericho Roque, Commodore, and Coach Rambler, they all turn up in the same form, this is going to be one hell of a race for a 3.5 mile race. 3 of them are horses that have put up good performances last time out, and it could be a hell of a race to watch.
Commodore is going to give Corach Rambler some toe into the race as well. That's exactly what he wants.
Do you see why I'd be tempted to go to that grade 2 with Corach Rambler, and you just have to take on the Nichols horse there?
Yeah, what's that, over 3 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're testing this for the Grand National. Does he stay?
I think this is an easier race than the graded race.
Do you think so?
Yeah, if you stick in 300 through 5 in this, what price would it be?
What, for 151?
They're handicappers. When he's definitely a graded horse.
I think why they're running him in this is because the race is going to be run to suit him a lot more. He's going to get a pace to aim at, and he's going to get cover.
I also think this is a 4-miler horse, and he will run at Cheltenham. So running a handicap like this, the hustle and bustle up to suit him down to the ground.
I think the race is suiting him more.
Plenty of experience with more runners as well, because there'll be loads of runners in that race at Cheltenham.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good race either way. Right, that's Saturday's racing done with, and we are going to go to Punchestown for 2 races. We start first with the Moscow Flyer. Novice Hurdle, grade 2 over 2 miles. We have Dicer Dynamo in at 4-7 on. Boy games 11-4. Gilly Billy at 10-3. 12. I don't even know how to say that name.
Gringo Dobrel.
Gringo de Bell, apparently.
Dobrel. There you go.
11-2. The Little Yang 20s. Hammersmith 25-1. And Ferdia in at 33-1.
Can I just ask?
No.
Right, and it's been bothering me a few weeks.
I just said no.
Why does the Little Yang run every single graded hurdle? Every single one,
I literally put in the graphics and was like, he fucking runs every week. This fella.
And complete bollocks, like every single graded hurdle. The Little Yang.
And what's he rate? He must be getting short.
122. To be fair to the Little Yank, he has picked up £62,958 in prize money.
That's why he does it.
So would you, Tom, if you ran in a million races?
Hey, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Dysart Dynamo. Ballymore credentials on the line.
I hope Dysart Dynamo comes out and wins. I like Gilly Billy a lot, but to me, he looks like a stayer. Like, I don't know why he's run over 2 miles, but
he does look like a stayer. I totally get it.
I think the race in Tremor was 2 miles, but running around heavy ground in Tremor up that hill is about 3 miles, so I don't know. But I hope Dysart Dynamo wins.
And he went the fair pace in it as well.
Yeah, but he was beating trees behind him, so it might have been looking fast, but not really very fast.
Could be a whole classical dream thing. Yeah. Only way he's going faster than his head.
Yeah. He's cool though.
He is. I like second you seen him at Henry's, you fell in love with him.
I hope he has a good career. He's cool. He's a dude.
Tom, you Dysart Dynamo. Surely he picks this up.
I'm torn between the two here because I've put up Dysart Dynamo for the Supreme and I've put up Gilly Billy for any race at the festival. I think there's still 66-1 out there for Gilly Billy for the Supreme, and I actually think there's a bit of value in this. If he won here, I think he'd obviously go straight to the festival. And are you going to go and step up? What?
He's giving it out to me. I don't know what he's giving.
Oh, if he won this, right, would you then go and step him up in trip for the first time at the festival? I can't see it myself. So I do think this is a bit the same then with Dysart Dynamo. Everyone's on about the Ballymore for him, and I think Willie hinted at it one day, but he's sticking back in again at 2 miles. Like, you're then going to go and step up in trip going to Cheltenham first time out. So I don't know. I was very impressed with Dysart Dynamo the last day. I thought his inexperience, was nearly going to cost him. I think he needs at least this run under his belt. But we are getting very close to the festival then after this. So
would it be just a thing of there's not many options left out there? As you said, there would have been so close to the festival that this just happens to fall right for him to run in it.
Yeah, it does. And if you want to stay away from the Dublin Racing Festival, this is ideal, isn't it? So I don't know. Everyone's gone on about those two going up in trip, but yet they're turning up over 2 miles. So I wouldn't be surprised if the two of them, well, yeah, I suppose if one wins and then one runs on like it's staying on, it's probably going to go up and trip or skip the festival. But I think Dysart Dynamo is all speed, lads. I really do. So I fancy him to win this and go close. And Gilly Billy, I really do think he'll put it up to him as well, though. I think he's a smart one.
Dysart Dynamo is a horse now that just hasn't captured my imagination yet.
He will on Sunday.
I don't know, something about it.
Trust me.
I just think there's one or two that are better than him.
Trust me.
I actually think he's a bit like that as well. Do you remember Classical Dream? Well, I know he went off very well fancy for the Supreme, but at this time, I can't remember when he won his maiden hurdle, but I don't think Willie thought Classical Dream was his Supreme horse, And I don't think he necessarily thinks Dysart Dynamo is the Supreme horse. I think he thinks Gerhard is. But I think if Dysart Dynamo comes out and bashes these, there's only one race he's going for, and that's the Supreme.
Yeah, I think I need to go back and watch his races again.
He's going to wow you on Sunday.
I think the days you run, something else happened that I just concentrate more on that race than that one. I must go back and watch them again. I need to have a better look.
It was the same day as Largy debut and Kilcrow.
Largy debut because he bet Kilcrow.
I had an orgasm watching it.
Guys, our Dynamo was the one.
Andrew, I've got a lovely horse that you are going to love, and I'm going to put him up in my Ante-Post video. He's a monster, Andrew.
I am not opening my mouth because I'm keeping it here.
You will genuinely. I text you that in the group. As soon as I saw that horse, I said, Andrew's going to love this lad.
Big brute.
He's your type of horse, Andrew.
A big idiot, so.
Fuck you. More winners than you. Yeah. Anyway. Lo and behold, Big Bob is not dead. People, he's back. He's going to win. Move on. We done here.
I should win, but if Goyard de Menil was useless the last day, so. But he was bad the first time out last season as well, and then his form turned around. He should give Bob a race, but Bob
will he run him?
Bob most likely. Goyard de Menil has to run again. He's no chance to Cheltenham if you don't have another couple of runs.
I hope he does.
This isn't a bad race, lads. I love Bob.
This is good now. Bob will have to jump accordingly.
He will. Done lots of schooling and so on. He's
so fast. He's so fast. That's what's going to win him races all the time.
He'll have horses off the bridle 5 furlongs out, gasping for air, or he's just going through the gears.
Like Willie still maintains Goyard de Menil's not a 3 miler, and maybe it's just because Bob made him look so slow. Like.
Willie, give me a ring. I'll convince you.
So there you go. Yeah.
Slow as the day is long.
Bob the Bully.
This though, lads, I'm telling you, this is going to be a very good race. Bob's going to have to, he's going to have to be on point now to go and win this because Goyard de Menil is no slouch. He wasn't very good the last day, but I think Willie didn't think he needed to run as much as he did. And
he did the same last year when he got bet as well, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't make this any more complicated than it is.
I know
Bob bolts up by about 16 lengths on the bridle. Rachel looking between our legs going, look, there's Paul again, 70 million lengths behind me.
It won't be that easy for him. The other horse is Copadano, the Willie Mullins JP McManus horse. Good owner, JP McManus.
Suddenly makes our superstars.
There's a lot of horses. Some of them are terrible.
Some I never heard of.
If anyone saw the race, that race with Goyard de Menil, Copadano nearly fell basically 2 out, and how he managed to get back up, I don't know. So I think he's quite good. Him and Goyard de Menil, it should be a good race between them. I do think Bob will win, but I don't think if he batters these, fair play to him. But yeah, it's not an easy race for him.
It's not an easy race, but says the fella, all he has to do is turn up at Cheltenham.
With Henry's stable form, were you?
No.
You sure now?
Yeah. Big bad Bob.
He couldn't twitched a little bit there when I said
big bad Bob.
All of 4.
They've actually started running well since the turn of the year.
Don't worry.
Well, we've had a second, we've had a third, and then Chantreuse has gone and bolted in. So from not many runners, they've actually run well. So no, I think corner is turning.
All right, lads, it's grand. It's Big Bob. Big, beautiful Bob. Big.
I'm looking forward to the card on Sunday now, I have to say. Yeah. Some good stuff.
And before I forget it, speaking of Punchestown, Hollywoodbets are hosting our first Punchestown race day on Monday. So we are giving away 10 tickets. So all you have to do is comment underneath this video, Punchestown, and I will announce the winners on our Twitter page on Friday to give you a chance to see can you go or not. So all you have to do is literally comment underneath this Punchestown and we'll pick 10 at random.
Very nice.
And what I'll do actually, be nice. If you want to bring someone and you know he's going press, put Punchestown by 2. X2.
2 tickets.
2 tickets. I'll be nice like that.
Happy days. Enjoy your day out.
What?
Or bring the wife or the girlfriend.
Friends.
No, day away at the races.
Hmm.
Off a Monday.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds nice, doesn't it?
I was actually looking at the actual. I didn't see the entries yet, but the races actually look decent enough. As in the layoff. We're going to be there as well. Me and Dave will be there.
I'm going to
I
have
wasn't invited.
hats and scarves on because it'll be freezing. So.
Do you want to come?
No, I'm working.
See, that's why I didn't ask you. We're sponsoring the Grand National Trials on Punchestown the 13th as well. Asked them up for the hospitality suite and all that. No, can't.
Tom.
I'm going off somewhere.
Remember we had that conversation about the lotto?
It's been won.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember you were saying it was embarrassing for Ireland because it's mathematics and it will eventually be won.
Yeah.
The government have told the lotto they have to hold this Saturday a must-win 19 million euro draw. So it has to be won, no matter if you get the numbers. Look at Tom's face.
What the fuck?
Kind of like the value thing, isn't it? Where, like, it should eventually be won, but it wasn't.
Between that now and Boris Johnson, governments at the minute are an absolute shit show.
But Boris Johnson, he's a cat. He has 9 lives. I don't know how he still has the job.
See, you get away with that, right?
Sacked for this now.
Who was a football manager that just wouldn't go when you knew his time was up?
Solskjaer.
No, not as bad. Solskjaer was more near along them levels. More Ole. He was bad, but he wasn't that bad.
Not Ole.
Yeah, man, like
Ronald Koeman, when he was at Barca, it took him way too long to sack him.
Boris makes me laugh because he was denying about the party on May 10th.
I did attend this
party, and then comes out today and apologizes for that one. I was actually there. You're right.
Now that you say it,
we're asking me about the one that we found out about for December. I haven't thought about that one. That's still under investigation.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
He's fucking off his head, isn't he?
But you get away with that kind of thing in Ireland. In Ireland, you just ignore it, and it just goes away, and everyone says, "Ah, sure, it's grand, forget about it." In England, you're normally gone for that kind of like how he's in there. I just don't know.
You kind of know as well, like all the other people, are like you have to resign, you have to resign. He's just closing the door and is having a party yet again.
Sorry, password. Oh, what? Bye.
Oh,
I bastard as well. It was BYOB. He wouldn't even buy him a drink.
Yeah, bring your own.
Yeah, multi-millionaire when he provide a few cans of Dutch Gold.
Oh, lads, you couldn't make it up.
Oh, Nap's the next best, by the way. I forgot to do the graphics.
My Nap is Dasher Drasher. My next best is Korak Rambler.
Oh, Andrew, give yours because I need to search for mine now.
My Nap is Jericho Rocky, and my next best is Earth Lord.
I'm going through all these messages from Dave and our chat. I'm trying to find out where my was running.
I'm going to do the lotto on Saturday now.
So am I. Let's do it together.
If I win the lotto, I won't be here Sunday. I'll never be back, just so you know. Well, I do it from Barbados, sitting beside JP.
With the other horse.
Yeah. Down there, Big Gordo.
You'll build an extension on the Big Gordos.
I'll just arrive and not leave.
Hi, Big Gordo. Who are you? I'm Big D.
My Nap is Jericho Rocky in the classic chase. My next best is a horse called Sweet Will in the what time is it? 3:42 at Fairy House on Saturday. Was entered in a race at Clonmel last week and was a non-runner, but got very, very well supported before it was taken out. Trained by Gavin Cromwell. Gavin Cromwell's team are in pretty good form. 4 out of 16, 25% strike rate. Looks like one that could improve. Don't mind its form too much. There's bits and pieces where you go back where it ran in some pretty good 3-year-old races. And it's had a break, hasn't been seen since March, but don't let that put you off. I think there will be plenty of money for this lad. He's got a good chance of opening his account.
Okie dokie. Right, that is us done. We are about to record our Cheltenham Festival Ante-Post video. I'm going to put the kettle on. Sit back.
You're tipping her up, eh?
What?
Tip and put the kettle on.
I have tipped her up already. Some other of my one that's close to my heart that I've finally come around to forgiving and putting up. But the two of them, just tune in. That's all I need to say. But until then, we are back on Sunday for another episode of Talking Pints, unless he's at the win the lotto. And if you win the lotto, and do not take me to Barbados with you, I swear to God, I'll come hunt you down.
You can come. Both of you come. If you put up an on the blue, I'm not coming on this podcast ever again, just so you know.
Okay. See you on Sunday. Well, Tom might see you on Sunday. Oh, have a good weekend. I will see you Sunday live at 8 o'clock for another episode of Talking Points. I swear.